him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Cunningham. Pass to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Back to Trent. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Cavaliers ball.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Cavaliers trail by 4. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Outside Holiday. Pass to Ware. Knocked loose. Fast break, Minnesota. Outside Mathurin. Now here is James. To snap the cold streak. Cleveland again missing.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
To the paint. Fast break, Cleveland. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Back to Hachimura. Cunningham with some nice D. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Trent outside. Pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
Here's Holiday. No points yet. James outside. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
They got the ball to the right guy. James ready to shoot at all times.
And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday. Fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
Right side Mathurin. On the wing, Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Mathurin. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Out to the right wing. Back to Cunningham. Here's Johnson. Up top, Miller. Back to Johnson. Takes a 3. The rebound by Ware.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Outside Matherin. Trent outside. Pass to Cunningham. And he jams it home with authority.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Here's James. Pass to Pritchard. Back to James. Cleveland gets it back. Tries again. Here's Pajemski. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
.143 left to play in the first quarter. Trent outside. Back to Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. He takes it in. Edwards pulls it in. Cavaliers trail by 3. Pass to Pritchard. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. And here's James. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's on Brandon Miller.
The versatility of James remains so impressive. He does so many things so well.
These are his first free throws of the game. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Nails it from 3.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
James outside. 43 seconds left in the first. And he gets that one.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. Cunningham looking it over. Outside Johnson. Back to Cunningham. Puts it up from the high post. Rebounded by LeBron.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Johnson with the defensive effort. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Pass to Sarr. Here's Trent. And the layup falls. And the Timberwolves lead by 5. And that concludes the first quarter play. It's Minnesota up 5. Don't go away. We'll be back with these. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
There's the handle of Cunningham on full display with that nice tape.
Pass to post. Three-pointer. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Cunningham outside. The kick out to Johnson. And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
And Minnesota with possession here. Miller on the wing. Trent for three. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
The putback. That shot missing. Minnesota leading by 10. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Miller. And it's all from three-point range. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Outside Matherin. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, John Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
That'll be a 5-second call. Here's Rose. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Pajimski. From the arc. That one doesn't drop.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Cunningham steps on the gas. Miller left side. Back to Johnson. Fires from deep. Gets the three to fall. Johnson's got 5 now.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Rose outside. Over Cunningham. Rose can't connect.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Brian?
Allie, thanks. Clock at 6. To stop the run. And he lays it in.
Smart play from Rose, getting up close to the basket for a high percentage look.
Now Cunningham. He has 6. And there's the foul. It'll go on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Number 25, Obi Toppin.
Now here's Cunningham. Here's Portis. And another basket for Minnesota.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Rose outside. Outside Matherin. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Pajemski. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Minnesota now. They've got a 13-2 run going. Toppin outside. Pass to Portis. Toppin right side. The three. And that's good. Portis for three. Portis has got his second bucket on the night.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. For the last 5 buckets have been 3.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Cavaliers trail by 19. Pass to Holiday. Here's Ware, defended by Portis. Here's Ware. It's hauled in by Portis. Dinwiddie with it. Toppin outside. Beyond the arc. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Toppin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Pritchard. He's scoreless. James can't get it to go. And here's Minnesota now. Huge run right now for him, going 19-2. Gordon on the wing. Back to Dinwiddie. Portis a screen. And Dinwiddie, here we go. An open look for Portis. James with the rebound. And the Cavaliers with possession here. And after this game wraps up, they're off to New York to take on the Knicks. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
It doesn't get much better than that. LeBron putting some muscle on the slam.
Outside Thibault. Toppin left side. Gordon outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Toppin. Shoots it from the high post. That one off the back iron and out. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. From outside the arc. James can't get that one to fall.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Out to Gordon. To the wing, right side. And here's Toppin from the arc. Minnesota again missing. Cavaliers trail by 20. Pass to Ware. On the wing, Matherin. Lets it go from deep. And it's blocked by Thibault.
Substitution on the court.
1:43 left to play in the first half of basketball. Here's Post. Oh, great D that time from Portis. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 19-4 run. Pass to Thibault. Back to Dinwiddie. On the take. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Cruising past the defense, Dinwiddie showing the burst.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Back to Pritchard. Down low. Here's post. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
43 seconds left to play in the half. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Portis. 4 on the clock. Lets a floater go. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game. Holiday with the ball. It's stolen by Thibault. It's 2-on-1. Toppin outside. Here's Dinwiddie with the drive. Good on the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And so it's Minnesota continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Cunningham, right side. Pass to Sarr. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Every time I watch Sarr, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need.
I mean, do you think a little or even a big bump is stopping LeBron? His determination is part of what makes him a future Hall of Famer.
Here's Miller. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham.
Assisted.
Miller's got 10 points in the game. And Cleveland has possession. It's James on the wing. And slam dunk by James.
Yeah, no doubt about it. LeBron is in attack mode tonight. He's looking to score every time he touches the ball.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Pass to Trent. Here's Sarr. 5 on the clock. The rebound by Ware. This Cavs squad is struggling. Soft touch off the glass.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area. Huh?
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
Hey, yo, right here. Hey, right there.
Outside Johnson.
I'll get hit.
Pass to Miller. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. James outside. There's a screen to the middle. It's stolen by Trent. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Outside Johnson. Pass to Sarr. Back to Johnson. Now here's Miller. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Trent for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Now Pajimski. And here's James. Back to Pajimski. It's James on the wing. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Minnesota ball.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. It's James on the wing. Drops in the 3. James has got 7 now in this quarter. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Minnesota ball.
And the ball out of play. The The Timberwolves will have it. Minnesota leading by 19. Pass to Sar. The rebound by Ware. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Receivers are on their way. Get on your feet and get loud. Give them a round of applause.
When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, BA, playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
James outside. Here's Hampton. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
For someone with his scoring numbers, it's remarkable James still makes time to set others up.
Now here's Cunningham. 6 points for him. Johnson on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it from the top of the key. And the jumper is good. Johnson's got 7 points.
Nice high release on Johnson's jumper. He really believed in that shot.
Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
Cunningham with the ball. Outside Johnson. Lets it go. And that one comes up a bit short. Cavaliers trail by 17. Steps back. James outside. Back to Hampton. Pass to James. The shot misses. Great D that time from Miller. The Timberwolves lead by 17. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, BA. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet. Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
Stolen by Miller. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Johnson. Rebounded by LeBron. And Cleveland has possession. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:27 left in the third. Here's Post. Sar pulls it in. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Here's Rose. Sar pulls it in.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Pass to Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Cunningham's got 8.
Well, that's where Cunningham does his best work, from the free throw line down.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Inside. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
Shooting.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
The Timberwolves lead by 19.
His first team foul. Coming onto the
Cunningham. Give him 8 points now. Clock at 6. Miller outside. The 3 ball. Counted from distance.
For 3.
Miller's got 7 points for the quarter. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. It hasn't taken them.
52.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Cleveland. Pass to Pritchard. Will stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Johnson. Tries it from the top of the key, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Pass to Pajemski. To the inside. Here's Edwards. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
Outside Thibault. Back to Gordon.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
First team foul. Timberwolves substitution. Number 30. Ben Shepherd.
Dinwiddie left side. Outside Thibault. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Shepherd. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Here's James. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
His first.
It's going to be on Bobby Portis.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
Both free throws good from James. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
It's going to be on LeBron James.
LeBron James.
That's his first foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. It's Dinwiddie with a drive. Toppin outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Shepherd. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Well, Stan, you've coached some lockdown defenses. With the way the game is officiated these days, is it getting too hard to defend?
Well, it's certainly frustrating. You've heard defenders saying everything is a foul. We might need to redefine incidental contact.
James with the ball. Thibault picks him up. Outside Holiday. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Portis. The Timberwolves lead by 21. Toppin outside. The 3 is up. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
James can't get it to go. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Shepherd. Back to Dinwiddie. Here's Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
Yeah, the combo guard Dinwiddie, so good at figuring out when one of his guys is open.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
James. And he comes up with a bucket. James has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, something changed for him at halftime. He's been more solid on the offensive end.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time.
14 foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. And the Cavaliers making a change here.
Number 00. Benedict.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Shepard. An easy 2 on the layup.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Cleveland. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Now, here is James. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Pace first.
Turns it over there, but that's his first of the contest. He's done a good job of minimizing mistakes on the night.
The Timberwolves lead by 23. Now Dinwiddie.
Get there, get there.
All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Graham?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
Here's James. Pass to Holiday. Back to James. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. James has got 6 in the quarter.
Once James gets the ball in close, it's game over. Put up those 2 points.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Shepard. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Matherin. And it's Shepard missing.
And it seemed like they lost track of time. The shot clock, in that case, got the better of them.
The open shot by James. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Minnesota leading by 21. Toppin outside. There's the 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Matherin. The rebound by the Timberwolves. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Outside Tidal. And here's Toppin. One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. And second of all, you just, every year starts new. You start from square one every year, and you build it. And if you make an in-season deal, you start over again from square one and build it up.
Hachimura outside. And that one good. Hachimura's gotten his first basket of the night.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
Dinwiddie with it. Pass to Shepard. Fires the 3. Rebounded by LeBron.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Shot's good by Matherin.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Timberwolves.
What would you say the deciding factor in this game was, Graham?
Yeah, B.A., ultimately you have to look at their field goal percentage. They were the more efficient team because they found clean looks all night.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And no question this was a team effort, but you have to love how big a night this was for Brandon Miller.
He didn't miss out on much of the action tonight. He was magnetized to the ball and did everything he could to contribute for his team on both ends of the floor.
Pass to Shepard. Toppin outside. Here's Shepard. Check by James. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Cavaliers ball. Substitution on the court.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Thibault with the board. It's going to be on LeBron James. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two.
Matisse Thibault at the line for two.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw is good. And so it's Cleveland with it. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's James. "16 seconds left in the game. 6 to shoot. Out to Rose. Back to James. It's deflected. Dinwiddie outside. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this group.